Well, life before Past Logistics was 23 years in electrical wholesaling. At 16 years old, I landed on a job, as you did back then. You know, not necessarily what I planned to do, and then I was always ambitious, so I got into electrical wholesaling. Had some good managers, worked with some good people, worked with some friends, and over them 23 years, I just wanted to achieve. You know, going from a counter boy when I was 16 to working my way as one of the youngest sales reps for the company at the time, and then going on to work for the likes of Edmondson Electrical, City Electrical Factors and Rexel. Working for a few electrical wholesalers along them 23 years, but I learned a hell of a lot about running a business, about how to deal with customers, dealing with aged debt, and trying to win business generally, really, not just about overpricing, but actually on customer service. So you really had to be at your best, at the top of your game, really, to service your customers, so they didn't go elsewhere. Which all them things over 23 years lent itself really well to running my business as it is today. I needed a change. I wanted a change. I was 39 years old, so I decided, I went to see my boss, and I decided to hand my notice in, really, and you know, I had 6 weeks worth of money, but I wanted to really chuck myself in the deep end to see where that went, you know. I got told about a platform where I could do deliveries, and you know, I decided to buy a van. I didn't want to do the Amazon deliveries, the 150 drops a day. I just got told about a platform where I could pick pallets up. And I said to my mum, I want to buy a van, and my mum spotted a van in Tickhill near us. It was owned by a building company, and this van was £3,000. It was a 58 plate Volkswagen Crafter, quickly named Crafter the Grafter. But you know, it was everything that I needed. I took my son to school in it, I went to shopping in it. It was my car as well as my work van, and to be honest, it did me so well, and I wish I had it today. I wish I still had it, to be honest, but you know, for a £3,000 van like that, a Crafter, just to get me elevated into what Past Logistics is today, you know, I'm proud of that, yeah. I remember feeling excited. I remember feeling enthusiastic about learning a new industry. Quickly, as I learnt about supply chain, I was interested in it. You know, how do goods get from A to B, from B to C, from C to D, you know? Where do they come from in the world? How do they get from Brazil? How do they get from America? What different types of goods they are? How they get over here? How it gets put around in the UK via supply chain. So I got excited about this new industry that was coming in, this new world, you know. And when I was delivering these goods on this platform, obviously people were posting these jobs. I started to think about how I could be the person posting these jobs. And when I'd already spent 23 years building business relationships, building a reputation, you know, and people wanted to help me, people liked me over that time. So I went to see a business coach, chatted about it, talked about it, and you know, I thought, if I can broker 5 jobs a day and make £50 a job, I can make £250. If I can broker 10 jobs a day and make £50 a job, I can make £500 a day, all from home. I could do that, you know, yes, with education, with self-development, with passion, with drive, you know. It was more difficult than it sounds for sure, but yeah, that's the journey I started to the path I started to go on, really. I've always loved to be the underdog and say, right, you know, this is me. I like challenges, you know, and Past Logistics has brought a lot of challenges for me, and constantly does, and still does now. Coming here to Doncaster Rovers and asking about sponsorship as a man with a van, and asking about shirt sponsors and things like that, it really got me motivated to get to a point where I could be shirt sponsors for Doncaster Rovers, and we've got here, but it doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop now. There's challenges today, there'll be challenges tomorrow, there was challenges yesterday, and I want to hit them challenges head on. And I've got people around me now who are so passionate about this business and so want to do well for this business, and with them people and with myself, I feel like we can really achieve the goals, what we want to achieve, and more.